Good morning and welcome back to KJ's channel. Today I want to share with you guys kind of an introduction to a theme that will continue, I guess however long it takes. A theme about my health journey. I'm not calling it a fitness journey or a weight loss journey because it's really becoming more about my health. Let me start off by saying anybody who's watched the journal, the year-long journal, recognizes that I run almost every day, about 3 miles a day. And that has not kept my physical fitness down, but I do have pretty good numbers when I go to the doctor. My resting heart rate is low. All of my fats and triglycerides and sugars and all that stuff look fine. On paper, it looks healthy, but I carry a lot of extra weight around my midsection. I do have high blood pressure, which is genetic. And then, you know, just other than the 3 miles a day, a pretty sedentary lifestyle. And anyway, the problem is when you carry that extra weight, the BMI, you have increased risk. So I'll show you here. Your BMI in a simplified explanation is a ratio between your height and your weight. There are ways that you can get more specific and find out your specific fat content and what your fat percentage is, all that kind of stuff. But this kind of gives you a broad idea. So I'm 5'7", and today I weigh 259 pounds. And that means that I have a BMI over 40, which, as you can read through there, it increases your risk for heart disease and heart problems and diabetes and all that other type of stuff. Now, I will say this is the heaviest I've ever been. I wasn't always heavy. I've never been one to have like 0% body fat or 5% body fat, little and rock hard abs. But as you can see through some of these pictures, I was not an overweight kid. And even into adulthood and even getting into Montana here. But of course we moved here when I was 25. But after law enforcement school and all that stuff, I was in pretty good physical fitness. Never had the rock hard abs, but I wasn't like I am now. And so today starts that journey. So this is my workout room. The treadmill, which some of you have seen a lot. I put my computer up there on the shelf and run. We have an elliptical that Sharon likes because it's low impact. I don't like ellipticals because my legs are too far apart and I feel out of kilter and it makes my hips hurt. One of the things that I do that I don't show or didn't show in any of the journaling is after I run, I do kettlebell swings, push-ups, and sometimes I'll do shoulder workouts with these weights here. I've not really shown any of that because it's kind of hard to do it and record. This is just camping stuff over here, things that I use for that. I had gotten a speed bag to work on for a little bit, and it had a hole in it. I got it from a pawn shop and it didn't work out very long. So this is where I plan to do most of my workouts. And then I'm just going to have to suck it up and go out to the garage. I showed you my downstairs workout room where the treadmill is. But this in the garage, you can see I have a Bowflex. It doesn't get much use. Somebody gave me that, but it's out in the garage. We don't have room for it in the house. And so I just don't use it very much. I think one of the biggest problems that I run into is time. How much time do I want to dedicate to working out each day and then get other stuff done? And so when I think about that, I'm like, oh, I don't have time to go out to the garage and do a workout there. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm mulling over as we're thinking. I guess this is a good opportunity to talk about one of the things that I'm going to be paying attention to. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. Anyway, I want to tell you about Drew Manning. He's the Fit to Fat to Fit guy. If you've never looked it up, I'll put a link in the description below. But here's a picture of him right over here. I don't know if I can do this right because I'm pre-editing. Somewhere around in here, I'll put a picture of him before and after. This was done several years ago where he purposely gained a lot of weight and then lost it. And he's doing it again now that he's 40 years old. The thing that really stuck with me with him, though, was the humility that came from doing it. He said very clearly, I did not know how hard it was to lose weight. And that means something. But I'm going to kind of keep up with him and kind of watch how he progresses and does those different types of things. One of the major problems that I have here, and I'm glad we're going to be talking to a dietitian that is from Montana and lives in Miles City, is we just don't have the options. If you want to do a keto diet, we don't have keto options. If you want to do healthy food, we don't have a lot of vegetables and things of that sort. So the staples of my diet and my family's diet is processed foods or beef and potatoes. Neither one of those is sustainable for long periods of time to keep you healthy, especially with the type of work that I do where I spend time sitting at a desk and reading and studying and doing that. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what the dietitian says. I don't know. I don't have the answers right now. That's why this is the introduction to this health journey. Generally speaking, I don't really consider my weight to be an issue. It's not caused me depression or anything like that. I know when I look back over the journal, I mentioned it every so often, but quite honestly, I'm happy. My wife loves me. My kids love me. It's not been that much of a problem mentally. The only thing that really does bother me is there's times when I can't do the things that I used to be able to do or I want to be able to do. And that's caused a little bit of remorse, I guess, or you look at it and think, oh, I wished I could do that again. I mean, I've run 3 marathons, 2 half marathons, 5Ks, and I feel generally good about myself. The problem now is it's starting to get more and more detrimental to long-term health, and I'm recognizing more and more things that I'm not able to do. So I want to kind of get that under control. Oh, sorry about that. I fixed a windshield this morning, and a person was coming back to pay me and pick up her car. But as I was saying, it's getting to the point now where I need to get serious about it. I've never really seriously tried to lose weight. And so this starts the journey, and I guess we'll see how that goes. It worries me a little bit. There's a little bit of apprehension. I don't like failure, and I'm always a little nervous to start something that I know I can't just do. The difficulty with this is multiple fold. I started gaining a lot of weight when I became a pastor, and I know this is a problem for a lot of pastors, but this is why it's a problem. Your job is sedentary. You sit down and you read and you study and you put together things. But also, when you visit with people and you talk to people, the easiest thing to do is take somebody out to breakfast, take them out to lunch, take them out to dinner. Come have people over to your house for dinner, or go to somebody else's house for dinner. And so I feel like I'm eating all the time. So those two things combined, I think, contributed to it. So it's going to be a little bit different to try and figure out exactly how to balance all of that. I've said before that running first thing in the morning really, gets my mind going. I think what I'm going to have to do is set aside more than just my running time and do a better workout and just set aside that time to make sure I do it. And then when I'm at church or doing different things, being careful about what I eat. I started the food journal right after I got back from the doctor. That lasted 2 days because, as I said, I hate writing down journal stuff. But I'm going to have to get back on that. I did recognize just in those 2 days that when the doctor asked me, "What do you think your problem is, portion size or snacking?" I said, "I don't really know. I don't think either is out of hand." I said, "Probably portion size than anything." And when I told that to Sharon, she immediately said, "Snacking."